Right, so therefore patriarchy operates along a binary, first wave feminism operates along a binary, so patriarchy is very, very comfortable. If you check any gender studies syllabus, you are going to find that 99% of that syllabus, if not 100% of the syllabus, contains only first or second wave feminists. That's it, that's where it stops. Okay, lecture over, you can all go home. No, don't leave the camp, the hall right now. So what is basically happening is that why is it that universities find first wave feminism so acceptable, second wave feminism so acceptable, third wave feminism is a bit of a difficulty? ওইখানে একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে. Why is third wave so difficult? Well, third wave is difficult because third wave does not believe in binary anymore. And because it does not believe in binary anymore, the whole, amra ora, that discourse is suddenly not operative anymore. So therefore, that is what is creating the problem. So then Butler is told that your language is difficult, so your language is difficult is one criticism. The second criticism, which again is something that Butler is tired of responding to, is that this is not real politics. Yeah, so therefore Butler is, so this is not real, so there is again a kind of a division that is created between real politics and unreal politics, because Butler's politics is not real because apni to rastaয় nabchen na. You're not agitating with us in the street. Do you see how, there is a certain kind of, do you see how it is ultimately the criticism is based on the body? You're not taking your body out into the streets. So if you're not taking your body out into the streets, and I'm sorry, but I don't understand what kind of politics that you're doing. Rastaয় nabun. So therefore, what Butler says is that, then they've got the theorization of the body will begin. So here we are talking about no longer a politics that is predicated on the body. We are talking about a politics that is predicated on language. So what Butler is saying is that if you think the body is so important, because you seem to be basing your politics on the body, then let us talk about the body. Okay, let us begin talking about the body. And they begin, chapter 1, which is, if you look at the title, it is sex/gender/desire. So therefore, that slash I would want you to pay attention to. That oblique is not there for decoration. That oblique has got a purpose. So I'll take some time to talk about why that oblique has to be there. Now, that oblique has to be there because what Butler is doing is they are trying to make us aware that there is a story that patriarchy had taught us, and this is a story that is, I'm so sorry, no longer valid. What is that story? The story is sex leads to gender, leads to desire. That is the story that patriarchy has taught us. So therefore the patriarchal story is you are born a male and then you become a man and then you marry a woman. So therefore that is the story that has been passed down generations. So there is a certain kind of a teleology, right? So therefore teleology, and in the sense of telos, as in the end. So therefore you're ultimately going to end when you become a desirous being. You become a desirous body. So therefore you begin to, so your gender assigned male, you become a man, you desire a woman, perfect. You have achieved adulthood, congratulations, you win the prize, you get to get married and spend 5 lakh rupees. That's your prize. That's your prize. So that is how patriarchy rewards you. Patriarchy rewards you by telling you, okay, now you can spend an obscene amount of money and feed people who you don't like and who you will never meet, and you can feed them incredibly unhealthy, oily food, because patriarchy has finally given you the license to have sex with one person for the rest of your life. Oh, bliss. That is so nice. Sex with one person for as long as you live. Absolute joy. So what we are really looking at then is the way in which patriarchy gives you your entire life story based on your genitalia. You know, it is very interesting that we call our genitalia our private parts. It's our most public parts. Because in the way in which you walk, talk, sit, stand, eat, sleep, what discipline you study, what job you have, which country you go to, everything is decided by what lies between your legs. So, private parts are the most public parts. Now, that little area between your legs is used as a ground on which your entire life is built up. Yes? That entire life is built up just on that part. You know, people say, what is the most important organ in your body? Oh, sir, the brain. Nonsense. Nonsense. Patriarchy doesn't care about your brain at all. So patriarchy is going to say one thing, but patriarchy is going to do the other. Yeah. So therefore, what we are actually looking at then is Butler says, if we are going to talk about the body, let's talk about the body. Let us begin by asking ourselves, what is a woman? That seems to be like a nonsensical question. It's like, oh, come on, sir, we know what is a woman. And if I ask any of you what is a woman, forget about asking any of you, you know. If I ask, because you people don't know anything, but if I ask the puja organizers, what is a woman, they'll know. Nari Shakti. And every time I hear about Nari Shakti, I say, oh, you know, Nari Shakti is such a wonderful idea. How do you separate it from Purush Shakti? You know, just explain this to me. How is Nari Shakti different from Purush Shakti? And I'll understand. And they'll be like, sir, Nari Shakti, sir, mane Ma Durga. So I said, okay, okay, don't get me started on Ma Durga, because Ma Durga was created by a bunch of men. So Ma Durga is kind of a man herself, so yeah. And many of us may not know, but according to some traditions, during the puja, Ma Durga is also given a poite. So I'm sorry, but yeah. So Ma Durga doesn't qualify. So now please tell me what is a woman? And they'll be like, sir, মানে এত কথা বলবার সময় নেই স্যার, এখনো অর্ধেক পাড়া চাঁদা তোলা বাকি. So therefore, what is really happening then is Nari Shakti is, wait for it, a patriarchal creation. Right? So therefore, Nari Shakti doesn't exist. So therefore, so what you're really looking at, therefore, is Butler says that if I am going to do feminism, can I please at least know who I'm fighting for? And then Butler says, do we know what a woman is? And Butler basically says, we don't know. We don't know. And then they make this very important point that woman is therefore, it is, what it is that it is a judico-medical creation. The category of woman is created by law and by medicine. So it is basically the doctors and the lawyers who are creating gender. The